Again, I want to welcome everyone, and I want to thank the witnesses for being here today. I guess you could say this hearing is about control and who ultimately pays the price when we give that control away. Every day, millions of Americans travel on our nation's highways, leaving behind a detailed digital record of who they are, where they go, what their destination is, and how they got there. And I want to say, I think on this hearing today, and I may be wrong, we're going to find out, I think there may be some bipartisanship, not on all the subjects of the hearing, but particularly on this piece of it, and I'm hopeful for that. We're going to find out, but I think we all agree that this is a serious issue. Electronic toll collection systems like E-ZPass were sold to the public as a convenience. You drive through, you get a bill later. Those bills get pretty big, by the way. But your data also does get tracked. And in an alarming trend, more and more of this data is being stored and being controlled by foreign entities. In my home state of New Jersey, the E-ZPass system, used by millions of residents, some of the most traveled roads in the United States of America are in the state of New Jersey, the New Jersey Turnpike, for example, used by millions and businesses as well, is now operated by a company under foreign government control, a Singaporean company with documented ties to the Chinese Communist Party. That means Americans are paying tolls into a system that is not under American control. And interestingly enough, New Jersey had a choice. There was an American company that submitted a lower bid to operate the system. Many believe it was a responsible bid. Instead of choosing the option that would have kept control here at my home and saved residents money, the state went with the higher, more expensive foreign bid. And this is at a time when families are struggling with inflation, high prices, increased cost of living pressures. New Jersey taxpayers were asked to pay more for less accountability and less security. Higher costs, less transparency, more foreign control. It's a bad formula. And the problems do not end with those who operate our toll systems. It extends to what is embedded inside the infrastructure itself. The United States has become dangerously dependent on Chinese manufactured infrastructure components, including batteries, sensors, and cameras. In 2024, the Department of Homeland Security estimated that at least 12,000 Chinese-made internet cameras were already in use across United States infrastructure. A February 2025 DHS report revealed that many of these cameras lack basic data encryption and security settings, and by default, they can communicate directly with their manufacturer located in China. That means foreign entities may have visibility into American facilities, American operations, and American vulnerabilities. Chinese state-sponsored cyber attack groups linked to the Chinese government have demonstrated the capability to infiltrate U.S. infrastructure, steal sensitive data, and maintain persistent access inside our networks. Once again, it comes back to control. If we do not control the systems, the hardware, and the data, then we don't control the risk. And the loss of American control does not stop with toll systems or infrastructure. Under the Biden administration, states were allowed to issue CDLs, commercial driver licenses, to individuals who are not qualified and not proficient in English. This is where it may not be as bipartisan. Truck drivers must be able to read road signs. If you're driving an 18-wheeler, a semi, on the road, I think you got to be able to understand the signs. I don't know if that's that complicated. They've got to be able to communicate with law enforcement and respond in emergencies. When states ignore those requirements, Americans pay the price. Let me give you a few examples. March 13, 2025, Austin, Texas. A tractor trailer slowed for a stop in traffic, plowed into more than a dozen vehicles, killed 5 people, including an infant and a child. The driver couldn't read and write English. November 14th, 2025, Boone County, Indiana. An illegal immigrant from the country of Georgia driving with a New York-issued non-domiciled CDL, lost control of an 18-wheeler, killing a National Guardsman by the name of Terry Fry. Ontario, California, a semi-truck driven by an undocumented immigrant crashed on Interstate 10, killing 3 Americans and injuring several others. A commercial, St. Lucie County, Florida, a commercial truck driver with limited English proficiency made an illegal maneuver on the Florida Turnpike and it resulted in a crash, killed 3 people. Washington State, an undocumented commercial driver struck a stopped vehicle on a state highway, killing a motorist. These are not just statistics. These are families. These are brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, daughters and sons, peoples whose families were destroyed because of what happened. Once again, it does come back to control. When states abandon enforcement of federal law, Americans, American families suffer the consequences. Safety on American roads is not optional. American roads should be controlled by Americans. American data should be controlled and protected by Americans. And American safety standards should be enforced for the benefit of Americans.